So last year for Christmas, I played Getting Over It, which I did not finish. Full disclosure, spoiler alert, I did not finish. I got about maybe halfway. 3 pumpkin, yeah. I got about halfway. So this year for Christmas, I figured that my suffering would be this game, which is supposed to be incidentally insanely difficult. Legend has it, there's a smoking hot babe at the top. Now, I have not played this before, but I've watched some other people play. I've never seen anyone get past the second zone. You have heard the Legend 2. So you're gonna get that babe, right? Okay. Go on then. Get up there. Oh, I don't like that I can't WASD. Hehehe. So wait, what's the max that we can do? That's the max? Okay, so it automatically jumps at its apex. Good to know. Oh no, we've fallen. I already see a smoking hot babe. I try. Ooh, almost didn't make that. Alright, let's see. Oh, it's one of these. Almost. Nope, not enough, not enough. So, like, I haven't played this before. Caught a fairy the other day? Oh, good for you. You want a peek? Nah. Too much. Splat effect is perfect. It really is. I was a little too close. Like, a lot of this game is just positioning and being able to hold down the spacebar enough. But I also have no idea what the hell I'm doing. Too much. Okay, that's fine. Apparently, it will get very frustrating the longer we play, but we'll see. Bye, bird. Like, right now, it's like, oh, hey, this isn't so hard. And then later on, I will lose all of my progress. And hate everything. Like that. Hello, Kenichi. Hello, Spice of Life. You're here for Big Mother Energy. Hello, Clier. Hi, Royal. Thank you for the good luck. Merry Christmas and Happy Jump Year. Hi, Grom. Have you played this yet? This feels like a game that Grom would have played. Oops, I was a little too close. Oh, right. We have to go this way. Too much. Build the sunken cost? Yeah, exactly. See, the stupid person in me is, like, immediately going, it's not so bad. Not even the best of butts will talk me into it. Why not? You've beaten Getting Over It multiple times. So why would you not be able to do this one? Whoops. Whoops. Meh. Not enough. This does not look nearly as interesting to you. Is it because it doesn't have a pretentious prick narrating constantly? Is that why? Because there's no pretentious douchebag constantly... I have a text message, hold on. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dad. But yeah, is it because there's not a pretentious douchebag narrating to you? Thank you, Orc Champ. How are you? Thought the whole mechanic was very intriguing. Oops, too much. David says Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas, David. Are you still over there, Sabzi? Oops. Hold D's not... Yeah, this is just hold spacebar. True. Oops. Doing good. You had some tacos. Nice. I learned from my mistakes. No one cares, old man. Having some southern fried chicken. Nice. But yeah, I can definitely see that this is, like, kind of just hold spacebar. But, you know, I figured that I would make myself suffer because I didn't, you know. Because that's kind of the thing that we do, is we suffer. Whoops. Oh, nice. Oops. Wrong way. I should have gone right instead of left. That's okay. Not enough. Hi, Master Midnight. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I don't know. I feel like this is better for me than that jank-ass motherfucking, the hammer. Because I really hated the hammer. That was the thing I disliked the most was the hammer. Because it... Yes, I zigged when I should have zagged. Like, not because the hammer isn't an interesting mechanic, but just because, like, it was so sloppy. Hello, Prince Slime. Doing okay? I'm doing alright. Oh, right. I shouldn't have done that. That was... I do like that there is a maximum and the game will, like, force you to jump in if you reach it. It's actually kind of good for me. Oh, no. Nah, not high enough. Boink. Aw, you froggy little fuck. Thank you for the squats. But yeah, I'm doing okay. Ah, too much. Too much. I just want to spend time with chat, you know? That's, like, what really matters to me. I would love to have done, like, I don't know. My brain is lost in Hunt, but asking people to play that is anxiety-inducing, because, you know, anxiety. Hello, Foxy. How are you? But, like, I'm just kind of here. The hammer is wobbly and just made to fuck you over. This is jump mechanic. It's all the player fault. If you mess up, it's on you. Yeah, like, that was my... Whoops. That was my biggest problem with it, is, like, the hammer just feels so slippery. And not in a good way. Like, in a, oh, hey, we didn't bother to, you know, calibrate it properly. So it just kind of does whatever the fuck it feels like. Merry Foxmas Eve. Merry Foxmas Eve, Foxy. I think, so far, my only complaint with this is that you have to use the arrow keys. What things are slippery in a good way? Well, I'll tell you when you're older, okay, hon? Because I can think of a few. Oops. Someone near you is shooting off mortar-type fireworks? Oh, dear. That's not good. Oops. I held it down for a split second too long. You just recently started Hunt, so you're a scrub? Yeah, me too. Whoops. Whoops. Too much. It's gonna bounce me away. Makes you want to go back to your backyard and mag dump a few of your rifles to join the festivity. I don't really recommend that. But, you know, who am I aside from an idiot on the internet? Oops. Much of a scrub, you could exfoliate your entire body. Nice. Good reference there, Sabzi. Oops. Not high enough. My fault. You're not good at fun. You're not good at fun. You're not good at hunt, but you at least have fun. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out, like, I want to figure out how to get good at the game to play solo. But I'm a little bit too eager, I think. So apparently, like, the speedrunners, there's an achievement for beating this game in 15 minutes. And I'm pretty sure we've already spent... Yeah, we spent 11 on it and not left the initial area. Oh no. Can you make an appointment? For what? What are you making an appointment for? Whoops. Oh, for the scrubbing Sabsies? Sabzi is like the scrubbing bubbles, but for Sabzing. Too much. I'm sure there's a science to this, like to hold it down for X number of seconds. Like at very specific positions. You can hold it down at very specific lengths. You know? Foxy wants scritches? Yes, Foxy do want scritches. Oops, overshot. Wasn't close enough to the edge there. Please do that unless blanks you. So guys, what are you doing for Christmas this year? Are you doing anything fun? Also, mods, can you do a non-clip based shout out for Grom? Okay, I was gonna say that's probably a little too close to the edge. Too much. Thank you. What the fuck is Christmas? I don't know. It's the time when all good boys and girls get... I don't know. Hi, MJ. How are you? Whoops. How are you doing today? With that vertical range, he should try playing basketball, but he's a king of jumping, not a king of basketball. Come on. Get your head on straight. Oh, held it too long. Imagine being good. Me? Good at literally anything? Hell no. I'm not even good at being a social interactive person, let alone video games. I'm just doing this for fun and to see how long it takes me to get frustrated with it. Too much. Just lunch with your brother's fam. Nice. Wife has to work, so you're staying home and giving the cats catnip. And then at 3 p.m. to your parents' house. I see. And being a cutie, that makes the difference. Makes it effortless? Maybe. Maybe. Christmas is calendar day 359. Interesting. Oh, whoops, there's not a ledge there. Thought there was a ledge there. Could be 360 depending on the year. True. Okay, so here's the question. How do I get up? Okay, I think I knew. Too much. I had a plan there, and it just didn't work. Merry holidays. Hello, Phaedra. How are you? Whoops. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? I know that you've been tweeting about your misadventures with temperature and stuff lately. Whoops. That was dumb. Damn it. Guy could drop a lot higher. He could jump a lot higher without the armor? Probably. Oops. Didn't hold it long enough. Like I said, I'm just here to spend time with chat. Too much. I don't think there is really a plan. I'm just kind of playing video games. We'll play this until I get annoyed by it, and then we'll maybe go do something else. It kind of depends on how much chat interacts with me. I mean, not to emotionally blackmail you guys. Misadventures of crippling anxiety? I hate those. Those are the worst. I'm not holding it long enough there. There we go. Like, it feels kind of fun when you get a whole bunch of jumps, like, in a row without any issue. Best Christmas is chilling with closest family around video games? Maybe. Wish could toss a salmon at me? Why would you want to toss a salmon at me? And why is specifically a salmon? Why a salmon? That's my question. But yes, this definitely feels satisfying when you get a whole bunch of jumps in a row. Oh, pff, I did it again. Bonk. You could do tuna. Salmon for omega-3, 6. Eat a fish or a cat. I mean, fair. I've never been much into seafood. Is that weird, chat, that I'm not a seafood person? Oh, pfft, I held it for too long. You agree if anyone was going to throw Hnetu a largemouth bass, it would be most effective? Why do you want to throw fish at me? Have I besmirched your family's legacy and you need to throw fish at me in a fight? Cats live inland too? Yeah, but that's what freshwater fish are for. Tossed catnip at me? You've insulted the son of a shepherd. See, Royal gets it. Damn. Damn. Royal gets the references that I'm making. Actually, that's not too bad. Okay, that is. Oh, I see. Okay. You tossed catnip at me? I'm not doing drugs on stream, chat. What's wrong with you? Why would you think I'd do drugs on stream? Rolf was cracked, one of your... Rolf! His name was Rolf. R-O-L-F. Jesus, get it right. He was kind of a crazy guy, though. I keep doing too much right there. You pet catnip into your fur and watch your eyes go dig as binner plates. That's what I said. Dig as binner plates. Don't yell at me, you failed Plato and can't spell. I don't... What? Failed Plato? What? Oops. ROLF. Oh, whoops. I was paying more attention to chat than I was to this. Biggest dicks? What about my big dick? What? Oh, that was obviously wrong. Behold Plato's man. Alright, that's fair. Yeah, it's really satisfying when you get like 2 or 3 jumps in a row without issue. Too much. Oh. I am indeed a featherless biped. True. True. I am a featherless biped. Wait, does that mean Sabzi's not a man because she doesn't have a... She's not featherless? She has feathers on her head? Oh, that was dumb of me. Right, she's not a man. Sabzi is no man. We've learned her secrets. She is no man. Oops. Need to hold it for a half second longer there. Or maybe not. That was my fault. Sabzi is just a cutie. She needs to finish making a model for herself so that she can be in like VR chat and stuff with me. I need to play more VR chat. I'd love to play more VR chat. I wish I had, like, a model that I didn't care about other people seeing. Because I'm legitimately terrified of having someone, like, steal it from me. Oh, I gotta be, like, right on the edge there. Too much. That's, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Saw that one coming. Making tits assets has taught you many things. Are you gonna make me a Shanky, Sabzi? Will you make me a Shanky? Oh, that was dumb. Hey, Grom, are you still here? Are you still here, Grom? Okay, I see. On the bright side, we've been doing this one enough that I feel pretty good about it.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Surprise, motherfucker! Thank you, Master Midnight. Nice. We got to the drain. Too much! Too much! I wish you knew how to do 3D models. That's your goal for 2023. It's not super difficult. Sabzi's doing it, and she's kicking ass at it. I mean, it is super difficult. It just takes time to learn. Okay, that one was my fault. Man. I do feel like there's a little bit of a... Like, it's almost impossible to fuck up at this point because of this thing right here, as long as you're patient and position yourself properly. Nah, that was my fault. Are you still here, Grum? Are you a smooth criminal? Exactly. Is Grum, in fact, a smooth criminal? Ah, I see, I see. One of the things that I'm, like, absolutely trying to pay attention to is the fact that sometimes you need to be standing, like, off. Like, this jump, you need to be partially off so that you don't clip your head on the thing. Hello, Mithril. How are you? Merry Christmas. Yeah, that jump is iffy sometimes. Hee. Too much. Rude. But that gets me back there, which gets me back into where I need to be. Max jump, 1, 2, 3. Too much. Max jump, 1, 2. Nope. Still too much. Oh, I wasn't close enough that time, I see. Got your first gift and now you're vibing? Hell yeah. Oh, I'm resetting myself for reasons, apparently. Yes, Peter, you're a kitty cat. What do you want, Peter? What? I'll feed you more when you eat all the food that's in the bowl. My cat's bullying me. What did you get for Christmas? What was your first gift? Can you guys hear him meowing? Just out of curiosity. What? I'll pet you, but what do you want? I'm not going to feed you. It's not feeding time yet, you fat ass. Thank you for the follow, Ghostlight. Welcome in. Chat stands for Peter. That's because he's a good kitty. Making himself known to everyone. He's going to make himself known to my foot up his ass. Too much. Too much. Oh. Hnetu Red Foreman. Yeah. Maybe the fact that there's a bunch of commercials on Twitter about it is getting to me. I've gotten to the point lately, so Twitter, especially Twitter Mobile, has been doing this thing lately where when you refresh the page, it puts an ad as the very top tweet. Like, the very top tweet. No matter what. So I've gotten to the point where I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a product I like or brand I associate with or a game that I'm going to play or anything. I don't care what it is. If your brand is at the very top of your, at the top of my thing and is making it so I can't see other people's tweets, I block it. I don't care what it is. Normally I just ignore brands. Like, I've gotten really good at ignoring branding. Just in general, like, I can really just easily glaze my eyes over and not even look at targeted advertisements. But, like, for whatever reason, too much, If it's the very top tweet, on principle, I'm blocking your ass. Once ads are done, you'll tell the gift. Okay. Because I fucking hate advertisements. Fuck your capitalist society, you know? Fuck your capitalism, chat. Don't blame you. When ads play on your phone, you just mute it and place the phone face down. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't even like playing ads on... Ah, shit. I don't even like playing ads on my channel, but I know that Twitch is going to do it regardless. So we don't really have a choice in the matter. You know? Like, as an affiliate, Twitch is going to play ads, full stop. I don't get a choice. But, yeah. If you ignore them, good. Good. Time to tell what gifts you got? Nice. But yeah, if you are watching and an ad comes on and you, like, mute the tab and look away, good. Fuck capitalism. You got Animal Crossing New Horizons expansion DLC. Oh, hell yeah. Congratulations. No! Oh, well. Problem is you don't own Animal Crossing. Oofed. Okay, well, that's a fixable problem at least. Sorry, that was a long one. Majority of the time you don't actually pay attention to the ads. You don't to that self, but structuring, gathering people's attention, and getting information with an actual ad, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty anti-capitalist in general these days because we've hit late-stage capitalism where everything is a fucking subscription pass, and I hate it. I just want to own things. Like, if you wanted me to buy something and I just own it, and it's mine, and it's the end, and I'll own it until, you know, it falls apart in perpetuity, then I don't really mind capitalism. But when we've hit this stage where everything is a subscription fee, that's where I have a problem. And it's part of the reason that I hate Battle Pass games and stuff, because you end up with fucking FOMO and shit. And I mean, I get it, like, if it's a multiplayer game where they have server costs and stuff, like MMOs and shit, I get that. Whoops. You know, I didn't have a problem paying for, like, WoW subscription or Final Fantasy subscription, because I know that, like, they have to pay to keep the servers awake. I get that. But we've hit this point where everything is, oh, hey, Battle Pass, oh, hey, Battle Pass, oh, hey, Battle Pass, oh, hey, Battle Pass. And it just makes me want to die. Especially because you end up having, like, you have to grind them out or you've wasted your time on it. I hate that. I don't want to grind in video games. I want to play video games for fun. Ha 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 ha, fall back down to the old man loser. Okay. Here, hold on. Here, hold on. Real quick, chat. What does the old man have to say? What do you have to say, old man? The sewers are so clean. Alright, cool. Why? Why not? Because it only takes me a couple of minutes to get back up. Who gives a shit? It's a video game. Like, if you think I'm rage at this, then you got another thing coming. I don't give a shit. It's a video game. Who cares? No, not close enough. Look at that. We're right back where we were a minute ago. I lost 30 seconds of my time. Ah, too much, too much. Go say hi to the old man again. I think he's sad alone. I don't wanna. He's fine. I don't want to go see my elders. They suck. Anyway. Too much. Hmm. Alright, what were we talking about a minute ago? Has anyone checked if the old man has drank enough water for the day? I'm sure he's fine. Have I seen the mean one? No, I did see that I think Ayoka had posted the trailer, but no, I did not watch the trailer because I was at work and driving. So I couldn't watch it, but no, I haven't seen it. Oops. Whoops. Ah, it was too much. Bonk. I really want to, like, watch the speed run of this. I would love to see the speed run where someone does it in, like, 10 minutes. Because I think that's the fastest time, is, like, 10 minutes or something. Oops, I'm jumping way too hard on that one now. Oops, wasn't close enough. Jumped right over it. Oops. And jump. I didn't hold it down long enough that time. That's on me. Jump. Again, my fault. My nose is running. From all the tears I'm shedding that you can't see, chat. This has got me so triggered. I'm so angry. I'm so mad at video games. How dare they be played? Oops. Oops. That worked out better than I wanted it to, actually. Started playing the Summoning Salt soundtrack. I don't know what that is. Oops. What is that? Hello, Razor. How are you? Oops. Merry Christmas, you guys. Merry Christmas. My present to you is me suffering through bad video games. Not quite enough. YouTuber who makes documentaries about speedrunners. Okay, that's cool. Ah, a little too much. Morty Gomez. What? What are you guys talking about? Is there some, like, secret language that chat is speaking that I don't know? I didn't hold it down long enough that time. I held it down too long that time. JonTron Deep Cut? Oh, okay. I never watched any of his stuff, so... that would explain why I don't know it. Okay. I was gonna say, I think that might be a little bit too close, but obviously it was not. Ah, shit! Thought I had made that jump. Oh well. Chat speaks Chatterton. Chat does speak Chatterton. More like Lost Cut episode Deep Cut. He usually starts his videos with home, we're finally landing, which you may recognize since memes have also popularized it. I have never heard that in my life. I keep doing that. I keep making that same mistake. I don't know why. I feel like I've made a jump and then I don't because, like, I bonk something, but I keep walking forward and then I slip off. Whee! God, I really want to watch a speedrunner do this. I bet it's super satisfying to watch someone do this perfectly. Ah, that was my fault. I was a little too close. But I bet this is really satisfying to watch someone do, like, flawless. A little too much there. What do you think, chat? Do you think that this would be super satisfying to watch someone do a speedrun of? Never seen that meme. It's like our own version of Thieves' Cant. Apparently, you guys speak in weird riddles and rhetoric that I don't understand and probably never will. There we go. Well, I can see how this is going to be a little bit frustrating later. Yeah, see? Because you'll slide all the way down there. Okay, I see so. Okay. No! Meh. Okay. I think the only thing I don't like about it is how much this makes my fingers start to hurt after a while. Like, it absolutely is going to make my fingers hurt. Whoops. I can already feel it. Ah, shit. I walked off. I can do it, I believe. Well, worst case is I don't do it, and then I've lost nothing but time. But I've got a YouTube video out of it, and I've entertained chat, so... There's nothing... There's absolutely nothing lost by me not succeeding. If I don't succeed, it's not the end of the world. Hell, we could be here the rest of the stream, and I'd probably still be okay. I'd like to continue. Like, I would love to get further, but we'll see. Posted a speedrun video. The old world record was just under... Ah, shit. I was paying attention to chat. Wait, the old speed record for this game? I only want you for your content. I like hanging out with chat, guys. For the same reason that I like hanging out with streamers, is because I don't feel alone. Like, lurking in someone else's stream is one of those things that I just really like to do. Not always because I'm interacting with a streamer, but just because it's not quiet. I don't know if you guys understand this about me, but I don't like it when it's quiet. I don't like being alone with my own thoughts. I jumped too high there. Ah, that was way too much, yeah. You're not sitting with your thoughts? Exactly. No one wants to be alone with their own thoughts because their own thoughts suck. I understand fully. You always like to lurk in a stream? Yeah, exactly, Astral Face. Honestly, I feel like a lot less alone when I'm lurking in someone's stream. Even if they're not talking to me, like, just hearing someone else talk and respond to people makes me feel like I'm part of a group. And that's huge for, like, my social whatever. Because to me, it's like, you know, the idea of just hanging around with someone while they're doing something. You know, like, you're in the room with them while they're, you know, you're reading a book while they're watching something. You're still spending time together. I think that's why I like watching collabs so much, is because, like, everybody's talking and laughing, and even if you're not saying anything, you're laughing along with the jokes, and it feels like you're there. You're not alone anymore. Whoops, too high there. Too much. It's quiet, too quiet. Hnetu muttered, "You're damn right. Your thoughts are jerks. Same sometimes. If anybody you follow is online, you do the same thing. This is one of the few streams that you chat in, but you lurk." Yeah, I lurk in a lot of streams. I lurk in a ton of streams. And, like, there'll be times, especially recently, where I'll get in voice chat. Like, I'll be in voice... Nox can confirm this if he comes around later. Like, last night I was hanging out in Flux's voice chat. And I didn't say a lot. I said a little bit. But for the most part, especially because there were so many people in there, it was super busy last night. I was just kind of lurking while I was doing my own thing. And just listening to them all play games and chit-chat, I didn't feel alone. Whoops. And it was a great feeling. See, Nox can attest by throwing snowballs at me. Because he was hanging out and lurking in there too while he was doing stuff. Wasn't it like, I didn't say a lot last night. I talked a little bit, but not a lot. I talked a little bit more after you left, because a lot of people had started to go to bed. So it was a much quieter, and Torn was playing Dead by Daylight, so it was much easier to chit-chat about that. Yeah, Nox said absolutely nothing. By the way, Nox, after you left, everyone was like, "Oh, who left?" And Flux was like, "Oh, that was Nox." So you were noticed, even though you weren't chatting. Whoops. This dude jumps like a cat sometimes. You have been seen. Yes, you were noticed. You were perceived. Okay, that's way too much. Oh wow, that was a hell of a fall. Thank you for lurking, Lunaris. Oops. Flux is usually good at keeping note of who is in the voice chat and who leaves. Same with Ronan. Yeah. I saw when you left, MJ, you left so fast I didn't even get a chance to say goodnight to you. You were like, "Alright, I'm out." And then you were just gone. And I didn't even... So I have... Hello, Kitten Kyre. I have a microphone. I have a Wave 3. And it has one of the little buttons on top that you can press to mute yourself. Also, I didn't say hello to a stream. Hello! Welcome in. I'm sorry I didn't say hello. Just got a notification of me going live. Lost track of time. That's okay. You're on the verge of passing out. That's fair. But, like, so I keep my microphone muted most of the time because I don't want everybody to hear the clickety-clack of my keyboard or, like, if I'm muttering something under my breath and talking to myself. I don't really need everybody to hear that. So I keep myself muted most of the time. And you were like, "Okay, I'm gonna go." And I reached up, and before my hand was past my mic arm, you were already gone. So I didn't have a chance to say goodnight. I was like, damn, MJ is fucking gone. Usually so that I'm passing it, I'll catch you tomorrow, wait for a few goodbyes, and then just leave. Yeah. No, I just take a few extra seconds. And, like, honestly, the fact that I keep myself muted a lot of the time gets me kind of screwed over when it comes to a good joke. Because there's so many times when I want to make a really good fucking stupid joke, but by the time I've reached up to unmute myself, someone else has already made the joke. It's usually a pants grab joke. You have a tap to mute mic as well? Yeah. Usually I'm doing a billion other things, and I don't have anything that I feel like is going to actually contribute to the conversation, so I keep myself muted. And I'm also really afraid of my microphone picking up stray sounds. I knew that was going to happen. I'm really afraid of it picking up stray noises, because one day I was in a voice chat, I don't know whose, but my microphone was constantly lit up, and I wasn't talking. It was just so sensitive to something that it was catching every noise that was being made. And I don't know why. Hello? Excuse me? What was that? Did we just find a secret, chat? You have it upside down and usually hovering over your mouth so you can just flick your wrist and knuckle tap it. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Just keep it... Does your voice sound like it's upside down then? Does my voice sound upside down? Some ghosts living in the house? Maybe. Fuck! It was the wrong way. I was trying to bait Flux into some hunt last night, and they didn't take the bait. Did my voice just flip upside down, or was it just me? Having your mic upside down, you sound like an Aussie. If your voice is upside down, would you sound Australian? Yeah, I mean, I talk like an Aussie about half the time. Because I spend all my time hanging out with Sabzi, and she's a fucking Aussie. And I get all the Aussie jokes and references because I've spent so much time around them. Fucking bogans. Them and their fucking ruse. I still think it's funny how many people would ask me after I visited Australia, because I went to Sydney for 3 months back in 2008. And when I came back and I was telling people that I went to Sydney, they were like, oh, did you see any kangaroos? And I'm like, yeah, of course. They hang out in the streets like fucking biker gangs. Like, nah, dude, I was in Darlinghurst. I was in the gay district of Sydney. Of course I didn't see any fucking kangaroos. It's like the same as any other big city. Okay, so what's this that we found over here? Interesting. We found a secret, chat. Death? Starting to pick up on wannabe slang and you don't know how to feel about that? Yeah. Turns your frown upside down so it looks like a frown. Mike will stay lit for some games, but you won't be sending audio unless you talk and it bugs you. Interesting. What you didn't know is that the kangaroo was the gay slang for... Oh, I don't know. It reminds me... What was the controller insult at me yesterday? You want to remember? Because it's good. I don't remember. Ah, shit. I wasn't close enough. Sorry, too much chat to read. Not enough gameplay. There are deer in every major city, so there could be kangaroos around. I mean, there could, but I didn't see any. I didn't see any. A little bit too much there. Here. Ah. We had a wild turkey in your yard the other day. Yeah, okay, look, I can see deer in, like, a city, but not, like, it would be like a deer being in downtown Manhattan. How often do you see deer in downtown Manhattan? And it's, like, reindeer during a Christmas movie doesn't count. When was the last time you saw a deer in downtown Manhattan? Tell me. I want to know. Something escaped from the zoo in Central Park? Yeah, but no, like a wild herd of deer. When was the last time? That's gonna be a tricky jump. I want that hat. Too much. Me riding a deer with a herd behind you to take the city by storm. Knox, I think that's called terrorism. You can only get away with that if you're a right-wing politician. Too much. No. Okay, that was my fault. I didn't move before jumping. Shit. Live in a general, non-specific area. I mean, I see deer occasionally, but I don't live in a city. So, like, yeah. Never saw a herd of deer even in upstate New York. Whoops, wrong way. Point being, deer in Sydney is kind of a... Or not deer. Kangaroo in Sydney was not a thing I saw. Getting back on track. But I do get a lot of Aussie slang. And I can say things with a little bit of an Aussie twang to it these days. Like, I don't ever say Australian, I say Aussie. In the same way that no self-respecting Australian will ever say something like Melbourne. It's Melbourne. And if you say Melbourne, you're instantly outing yourself as a non-Aussie. In the same way, in Virginia, nobody says Norfolk. It's Norfolk. Oops, too much. It's Norfolk. Fun fact, there's apparently, at least one stage in Norfolk, there's a thing that, like, on the stairs it says it's pronounced Norfolk, not Norfolk, because musicians will go on stage and say, "How are you doing tonight, Norfolk?" and completely embarrass themselves. Oops. I'm absolutely not reading chat, by the way, because I'm so focused on this game right now. I knew that was gonna fuck up. My positioning was bad. Plans for tomorrow? Stream, probably. Okay, so this was asked to me earlier. Like, my mother asked if I was gonna visit, do the Christmas thing, and I'm like, have I ever felt like a member of this family? Because the answer is no. I don't feel like I belong in my family, and it's not like adoption or something. I just don't feel like I belong to them. Is that weird, chat, to not feel like you belong to your family? Because I don't. No. No. Like, I want nothing more than to get a house in the middle of nowhere and not tell anyone where I live and just vanish. Maybe call... Oops. Maybe call every now and then, just so that, like, everybody knows I'm still alive. Maybe I'm just deep down a very broken individual when it comes to feelings and emotions. Or maybe not, I don't know. But I want nothing more than to just disappear sometimes. Again, to occasionally send a letter or a phone call and be like, hey, I'm alive. Because I know, I've read before where, like, people who just vanish one day, everyone always wonders if they're okay. But, like, you know, not have my address. That's what chosen family is for? Fair. Ah, shit. How did I fuck that up? I don't know. I just don't feel like I belong to them. Bonk. Perfect. Reset. Chat, what are your feelings about this game, by the way? Yo! I got a hat. Chat, I got a hat. Look at my fucking sick-ass hat. I'm wearing it backwards. Like I'm one of the cool kids. Was that worth it? No. Look at this sweet hat. Chat, look at my sick fucking hat. Mother, I am writing to alert you that I hath not croaked. The return address in the corner is false. Expect further correspondence in 2 months. 7.8 out of 10, too much water? Noted. Ah. I should go back and show the old man my hat. Do you think this guy does squats, or do you think that this is natural? Like, do you think he had to practice to be this good at jumping? Or was he, like, just born in? Like, is it something that comes with being a king? Or is he, like, is he the jump king because he was the king of jumping? Or is he the jump king because, like, by divine right of succession, he's able to jump like this? Probably both. Okay. I think it's just like a chicken and egg thing. This is his squat exercise. I don't know, maybe. Maybe it's, like I said, maybe it's a chicken and egg thing. Like, is he called Jump King because he is the king of jumping? Or is he the Jump King because, like, is he king and can jump? Or is he king because he can jump? Maybe he was born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe. The entire game universe is vertical, so you imagine there's not much else to do? Wouldn't, like, the majority of people be, like, born on the ground then? Wait, can I can't hold down to jump. That would have made things much easier. I could have just played it with one hand, and then my other hand could be doing things. Oh, I held that way too long. Za? King because he can jump. He's actually a dude named Larry that bags groceries, but came here for leg day. Oh, that makes sense. Why my hands smell like fish? I don't know. Good question. Why does my hand smell like fish? Oh, it's all the fucking bass you've been throwing at me, guys. Shit. It's all the fish you fuckers have been throwing at me. Ow! Why would you do this, Koto? Master Midnight, if you're making an implication about masturbation, I will have to remind you I don't have those parts. So, I mean, it wouldn't. Don't throw things at me, chat. That's rude. God damn it. I'm trying to position myself properly, and the game is just like, nah. Okay. Eat. My ankle hurts. My ankle hurts from not moving it for so long because I've been sitting still. Why are we popping? What did I do? Whoops, too much. Chat. Stop pop. Stop the pop. Hashtag stop the pop. You're being a weird again, guys. Once you stop the pop, can't stop the pop. What is this, a rap song now? Too much. Oops. Speaking of popping, let me just pop all of my knuckles and things. Okay. Oops. Chat, no bully. No bully me! Stop that. Hello. How are you doing today? Yeah, we jump can. My birthday present to chat is my own suffering. As is tradition as of last year. Unless something better comes along. As you can see, we've even got a hat for it. Damn it. Man, these guys have really been, like, dickish in their placement of things to make it so that, you know, a single fall drops you a fucking insane amount of distance. Is chat Jesus? No. You wish. It's your birthday? I think Apollo 440 counts as rap? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Not the kind of music I listen to, you know? Chat is not, in fact, Jesus. Also, it's not Christmas here yet. It's still 9/16 on Christmas Eve. Apollo 440 was the group that did Stop the Rock. Okay. You would know more than me, Royal. What? How did that not work? I like how when he goes down, like, there's the red line. That's kind of funny. How did that one not work? Sometimes I question the logic of this game. Thought it was Chat's a collector. You guys were not conceived on April Fool's Days, because you're not all fools. Some of you were far too clever for your own good. The only reason you hate Saturdays is because of 3-hour stream earlier in your inner clock. It's confused. I'm sorry. But it means additional Hnetu that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Would you rather... Would you rather me stream at 11:30 and you get less Hnetu? Really? Because that's the other option, is that I stream later and then you get less Hnetu. You love your additional Hnetu? Okay. Good. We call it the Hnetu times 2 more hours stream schedule. One is that you appreciate extra helpings of Hnetu. You know what I want, chat? You know what I really want? Okay, actually, this is gonna let you watch without being sleepy. Good. This is gonna segue into a good talking point. What do you guys want out of 2023? Chat. Tell me what I want. I'll tell you what you really, really want. I fucking knew you were gonna make that joke, Royal. I was waiting for it. Tell you what I want, what I really, really want. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I did set it up. Someone beat you to it. Royal has the fastest fingers in the chat. No one can outfinger the Royal. No one can outfinger Royal. Whoops. You merely acquiesced. More Isaac streams for 2023? You can't... Get back the only here is no one get out here. So far, no one has beaten him at his own game of quoting me as quickly as I am capable of regretting it. No context than Gremlin laugh. There is no context for it. Royal is just amazing at fingering. Are you fucking serious? Anyway, chat. What do you want out of 2023? Not from stream. In general. What do you want out of 2023? And everyone is able to answer this, whether you are a streamer, whether you are a viewer, whether you are a mod, anybody. Oh, interesting. Oh, there's an inventory? Oh, you can take the cap off? A trendy and fashionable head ornament. Okay, hold on. Royal doesn't have fingers. He's plugged into his computer using an IV to a USB adapter. There is no faster than Royal. Better luck, better days, better everything. Maybe you're a girlfriend. Worst part about this is that you're playing a mobile game right now on your phone and playing a game on your Switch, so you have to drop both of those to actually type a response. No babies. That's all you're asking because you're a hoe. A solid streaming schedule to find motivation to pursue things you want. You sleep a little too much or too little. You're handicapping yourself as much as possible. Thank you, Royal, for giving everyone else a chance. You want a copy of Animal Crossing New Horizon for your DLC? That's fair. You want to feel like you accomplished something with that year? I see. Fuck. You know what I want, chat? I want to do collabs. That's what I want. And as much as I love playing games with Shell and Nox, when I say I want to do collabs, I mean, like, I want to branch out my social network and do collabs with other people. I want to make friends with the bigger names and be able to, like, hang out with them. That's what I want. I want to grow my channel as much as possible to the point where I can, like, collab with some of the big names. And they're like, oh yeah, Hnetu, we know this person. Also, fun fact, I'm apparently a part of Pix's harem now. Remember, chat, Shell and I don't count. I already collab with you, you asshole! I mean, I want to collab with new people. I'm not going to stop playing games with you. Jeez. Not like I'm going to go, well, I've replaced Nox and Shell as friends. I want to be able to play games with other people as well. Jesus. Look what you've done, Nox. This is your fault. Gonna blow up and forget about you? Never. Never meet your heroes. I mean, I'm sure that was a good feel big stream and just constant charisma. Look. I understand that nobody's perfect. I'm not perfect. But it would be nice to, you know... Can we not be shitty? Like, can we just not? Oh, hey, I'd like to be wealthy. Money doesn't solve all your problems. I know. Oh, hey, I'd like to be more attractive. Being beautiful is what matters is what's on the inside. I know. Like, can you fuck off? Why must you instantly, and Christmas, just immediately someone says, man, I'd like to do this thing, and you just grab a big old pile of horse shit and smear it right in their face. Don't be that guy. Because that makes you the cunt. Anyway, video game time. Wait, I missed something. Hold on. Added to the Pix harem, living the dream. So Mithril, and Sabzi, basically what happened is I was in Pix's stream earlier because she's streaming, and she was talking about how she has a bunch of people in her harem, and that she's always adding people, and I was like, as a joke, I'm just like, Google how to join Pix harem, and she goes, that's how you do. You're in it. Come on, you're one of them now, and I'm like, hell yeah, I get to sleep on the couch. Ah, fuck. I didn't mean to walk forward. Yeah, I'm sad, long pause. Other people are also sad. Yeah, quote number 180. We have a quote for that. We have a specific quote for that. But yeah, I was just kind of memeing. I was like, how does one join the Pix harem? And she just goes, that's how, you've joined it. You're in the harem now. I'm like, okay. Cool. So I am now apparently part of Pix's harem. I should put that on my my thing. In my bio. She is. Pix is a good bean. I love Pix. She's great. We absolutely broke her with gift subs and stuff earlier today. It was very cute. She cried a bit. It was very nice. It's always nice to make streamers cry. Shut the fuck up, chat. Got it in there, damn. Yeah, right? New tag, Pix harem member? Yeah, exactly. I don't know, I just thought it was funny, because I was like, And she's like, that's how, you're in. But yeah, I love Pix. She's great. She's a good bean. Ah, shit. Pix is a good bean. She must be protected at all costs. Can't tell if Royal has a full chart of all quotes, either physical or digital, if he just naturally remembers all 40k of them. Royal is just good at what he does, okay? Royal is really good at what he does. Damn it, Royal, don't ever fucking... Don't tell people when you have the upper hand, okay? Let them believe you're a demigod. When someone asks if you're a god, you say yes. Okay? When someone says, are you a god? You say yes. You don't need to be a god, you're already a mod. Fair. Oops. Oh, that was my fault. What's a god to a mod? What's a viewer to a streamer? What's a streamer to a god? What's a god to a mod? Nah, Royal's just really good at what he does. I think the search function also has specific words to it. You can, like, look up specific words. So that makes it a little bit easy. Twitch version of rock, paper, scissors? Yeah. We have a Hulk, though? Do you, though? Who's your Hulk, Razor? Ah, I knew that was gonna happen. I gotta stop doing that. Just rapidly go through the pages and Control F. I see. Do you just keep it up all the time when I'm streaming because you know that I'm gonna say something that requires a previous quote? Like, why must you shit on my heart of joy? Honestly, that's kind of one of my favorite quotes because out of context, it makes no sense, but it's just such a perfect response for when someone is just shitting on my fun. Well, do you, Royal? I think that's a fair question. All right, I'm in a loop here. Punny gods, fuck your puns. I hate puns. So much. I mean, that doesn't answer my question, Royal. Alright, there we go. Back to the sewers. Yo!
Winx Girl 26 Shiradex 10. Merry Christmas, Hnetu. Here's a little gift.
Thank you for the bits, Winx Girl. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas. You pull up the list as needed. Glad Nox got the... Nox got the humor in that. Interesting. But thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Alright, that was dumb of me. I knew as soon as I did that that was too much. Okay, so how was this again? Okay, this was... Ah, shit. Ah, that's such a dick move. Game has more slides than Apex? Maybe? Maybe? I mean, at least we're back. Damn it. I had to say something, didn't I? Oh, it's called the Red Crown Woods? Ah, because this thing is red. I get it. I understand-y. Ah, I held it for a little bit too, like a half second too long there. Backstreet's back? Yes. All right. Okay, so like even 2 seconds is too much. Okay. I feel the novelty hat has kind of worn itself off. I've run my patience on the hat. Are you guys enjoying this? Honest question, chat. Are you guys enjoying? I don't know if, like, my lack of being pissed off about it and, like, not wanting to rage quit is enough of an entertainment for you guys. You're enjoying honey time always? Well, of course you would, Sabsy. That's the tough one right there. Okay, that was my fault. You've never been much for rage games? Rage response or not otherwise? I see. Yeah, I knew I fucked up there. I don't know. I try to do something different, and like, what else could we play? You know? What else should we play? Is I guess the big question. Rock and Stone knocks. At least this one feels better than Getting Over It. I think this one's better. You will shill for Isaac because the mod you made. I need to install it. I need to figure out how to install it. Sabsy told me, but I'm very dumb. I don't... Okay, that's... I have it, and thank you for it. But I gotta figure out how to install it. Oh, why did I do it that way? That was dumb. It's just drag and drop? Oh, okay. Why did I do that? That was silly. Apex Duos if you want to quit this game? If I get to the point where I'm pissy enough to want to quit this, maybe. Unless we have somebody that wants to do a trio and we'll play fucking Hunt again. I'm not addicted, I promise. I didn't buy a bunch of the DLC characters because they're on sale right now. Gee, thank you for the bits. Whoops. You're a fan of Isaac, you want to get it when you get money. Is it not on sale right now? I feel like it should be on sale right now. Really? Cats? Sorry, I hear them fighting in the other room. Oh, why did I jump from there? That was absolutely the wrong spot to jump from there. Also, that was the wrong thing. Definitely better. No annoying narrator convincing you to commit murder. Yeah, fuck. I feel like Getting Over It would have been a much better game were it not for his pretentious bullshittery the entire time. Oh, you failed. Well, don't worry. Just try again. That's what life is about. Getting back on the horse. Fuck off, Garrett. You just can't afford anything right now? Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, why did I jump that way? Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. Okay. Okay, hear me out. What? Garrett was definitely effective at adding rage to the game. Honestly, that's what made it not fun. Okay, I take that back. I take that back. The loose controls made it not fun because it felt like there were a lot of times where you were, like, trying to do something, and even though my brain and my hands both knew what I was trying to do, the game wouldn't cooperate. It's like an insane disconnect. I'm not playing Deep Rock Galactic. It's not installed. And I don't know what any of those things mean. Whoops. Razor, every time you tell me to play Deep Rock Galactic, it goes back a month in my log. Because it's not a game I'm interested in. And I mean, that might change when I play it. I might play it and immediately love it, but at the moment... What? How did that not work? Hold on, one sec. I have an itch that just suddenly appeared, and I need to get rid of it. But yeah, so my biggest problem, like, aside from fucking Bennett Foddy talking at me, was that the controls felt really sloppy. Like, they were all over the goddamn place. And I know that's part of the quote-unquote charm of the game, but it's like trying to swim, or it's like trying to walk underwater, where like, or like trying to draw a picture in the dark, where you know, your brain knows what you're trying to do, but your hand can't do it because, I don't know, because your hand's broken or something. Which just makes it really frustrating. And that's what did. Like, this is just, okay, I fucked up my jump. That's on me. And I mean, at the end, it really just, like, the only thing that they could do is make things a little bit more consistent. Whoops, are you... really? If that makes any sense. But I feel like that would defeat... Thank you, Big Bean.
Big Bean 619 Sheer Dex 200. Mercrim to Hnetu Peak.
Thank you for the bits, hon. How are you doing today? Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. It Christmas. Christmas Raptor. Oops. How are you doing today? Oh yeah, we have no Jeffman, so there's no one spamming the bean command. Just realized that. Damn it. I should have known. Just got done with Christmas Eve, family. Nice. I hope you had fun. Thank you for the bits. That's very generous of you, and I appreciate it. Thank you. And yes, guys, enjoy the holiday flavored beans. Wait, why are they flavored? Why did you make them flavored instead of themed? Are people trying to suck my toes? You fucking weirdos. Stop doing that. Oh, he looks up if you idle for long enough. That's funny. Wow. Yes, they are. Peppermint, please don't suck on my toes. That's weird, chat. That's weird, chat. You're being a weird again. Razor, I will actually ban you for that if you bring that fucking sandwich up again. That shit, no. It's not funny, it's gross. For multiple reasons. Not only is it ruining food, but it's ruining feet. And feet are already bad. Stop bringing that goddamn sandwich up. Hate it. Give a plate of... No! I don't want people sucking on my toes! That's weird! It's not my thing! I don't have a foot fetish. Whoops. Chat wants the toesies. I hate it. Hate it here. Oops. Ah, there we go. Okay. Huh. You bastard. I see. Oh, the music changed. Chat, the music changed. Ah, that's rude. That's super rude. Why do you guys want... Why do you want toes, though? Like, why? Explain to me why. That's what I want to know. Explain to me. And the answer, like, I'm asking legitimately, not in the, oh, because it annoys you sort of way, but in, like, actual reality, why? Can you answer me that, chat? Oh, why did I not? That was weird. Thinking about this video of a girl getting a tattoo, then the camera pans down to her feet where her boyfriend is sucking the hell out of her toe. Like, while she's getting the tattoo? Like, mid-tattoo get? What? What? God, this game is so good. Because it's forbidden and or exclusive? Is that why? Is it because it's taboo? I'm asking for actual answers here. Oops. Neurologically next to the arousal part, sometimes wire gets crossed. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Why do I keep doing that? There we go. Because feet feel like burrito in the... Sabzi, are you on drugs? Burrito in the hand... What the fuck? What? Okay, that was way too much. Even I could tell that was way too much. So I'm trying to use this plant as a, like, a... Hey, this is the spot sort of thing. Like, I'm using that plant as my spot of where I need to stand. I'm baffled by that sentence, Sabzi. Burrito in the hand? Like, what? I'm also like, why is it's so inconsistent when things happen sometimes? But yeah, so this plant right here, trying to use as my, like, okay, this is where you need to stand for this one. Smooth on top, texture on bottom. What? What? Sabzi, no. No. Why? Bloody leaf lovers? What? What? I went way too far that time. Ah, fuck you, video game. There's not really a lot for me to say some of these times, like, aside from, you know? Like, it's just be annoyed. No one else has an answer? You guys are just strange? You've just accepted your weirdness as part of the canon? Trying to find the video About a woman getting her 1-year-old child tattooed? Why? I think that's illegal. What was the question? Why you guys like feet? Assuming the answer isn't because it annoys Hnetu. Like, if it's for the meme and it's because you're trying to annoy the piss out of me, that's a totally different kind of like. You don't actually like feet? I see. You're just a follower of the foot dragon. That too? Okay. If annoying me is your goal, then, you know, I respect that. I do respect that. No, Big B, no! How dare. Ah, shit. Oh, shit. Gets you in a minute. Respects by banning. I'm not gonna ban you for liking feet. I'm gonna whine about it for content. Because it gets me views. Like, this is something that I could absolutely just upload to TikTok of me going, listen here, you motherfuckers, with your weird foot fetish. Why do you annoy me? And then just, like, post a picture of the feet and have the people on TikTok go fucking apeshit over it. And laugh at my suffering. You sense pain, do you? Do you, though? Hello, Twisted Metal Dark, and hello, Fate. How are you? Oops. Because you're playing this, I'm doing okay. I'm doing fine. We've only been at this for an hour and 42 minutes. Hour and 43 minutes. Oops. Let you test that. You were there before the Foot Fairy? Oh, okay. God, what a horrible thing that is. Fucking Foot Fairy. What started that whole thing with the foot thing in her channel? Is there like a history lesson for that? The dress and the wings. This game makes my fingers hurt. Like, is there a story for why that came up? Whoops, I didn't jump far enough. I think I have a question about this game. How many, like, zones are there? Like, the sewer is the first real big oh shit moment. Where you're like, oh hey, a new biome. But how many different, like, zones are there? Like, how tall is this game? Oops. Too much. Came right before the feet began, so you don't really know what triggered it? Oh, okay. I feel like you just want to wish me a Merry Christmas. Well, thank you. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Thank you for stopping in and saying hello. I appreciate that. The sewer, like, 5%? If that's only 5% of the way through this game, holy shit. Bean sandwich with the little cat flag? Okay, now all I'm thinking of is the flag, so I've completely forgot that feet exist. Game is 4 to 5 min tall? What? Min? Minutes? What, of like continuous jumping if you didn't stop? Toggle for percentage. Okay, hold on. Is there? Options, graphics, borderless, no. Attempt 1, session 1, jumps a whole bunch, falls a whole bunch. I didn't see one there, unless I'm blind, which is entirely possible. I am stupid. I do feel like once we get the swing of things, we can get through these pretty quick. Once I'm like in the swing of it, we can get back up to the top of this tree pretty quickly. Not quite to the sewers, but to this spot. This is where things get difficult for me, is that like 3-set jump. This. World record is between 4 and 5, set your reference for length. I mean, that doesn't mean anything. Oops. It might have been a mod. Ah, I see. A lot more forgiving than being over it. Yeah, I think so. Don't say the game name or I push back a month, so instead of the live from her, wait a year before asking. I just want you to stop mentioning it every time. That's all. That's all. I just want you to... I'm not super interested in it. And every time you say it, it makes me think, ugh, this fucking thing again. That's all. Like... You don't get to dictate terms in my fucking chat. It's my channel. I dictate the terms. Shut the fuck up. It's my fucking channel. I can dictate whatever terms I want. How many screens are in this game? Sure. Oops. It's my channel. 43? Okay, hold on. So that's 1, 2, 3. Whoops. So this is 2. 3. So this is 4. This is 5. So that means that this is 6. This is 5. This is 5. I gotta start... Like, I'm not jumping far enough on those, and that's my own fault. Shit. My legs are starting to fall asleep because I'm not moving at all. I'm like sitting perfectly still from the waist down. My ankles hurt. Why do I keep trying to do like a big jump there? There's no reason for that. Like that's a little one. That's a... Hello, Saint Stastic. How are you? Merry Christmas. Too much, too much, too much! Ow! So what did I say? This was 6? Is that what I said? This was number 6? Jesus. Okay, cool. So does it like 5 per biome or something like that? So that would mean there's 8 different biomes? Yeah, we probably won't beat it then. Even if, like, we manage to get really good in the sewers. I just feel like the fact that you can easily swap back and just be at the beginning makes the chances of us making, like, actual progress very slim. Do they intend people to beat these games? I mean, they must, considering there's, like, world records and shit. Why did I jump that way? I don't know what, like, I had that perfect and I held left instead of right. Almost rage-inducing is getting over it. No, this is way better than getting over it. Getting over it had an asshole being pretentious at you the entire time, and sloppy controls. This game, the controls are not as tight as I'd like them to be, but the lack of a pretentious douchebag makes up for it. Now that's annoying. Like, sometimes it lets me go down with no issue, and the jump is perfect with the exact same amount of, like, the exact amount of time held down, and then sometimes it's not. Like, what it considers to be an amount of time is inconsistent. I would love to install, like, a mod that shows me exactly how long I'm holding the spacebar down for so that I can time that shit. And be like, alright, I need to stand here, I need to hold it down for 4.12 seconds exactly. Because that's what it comes down to, is, like, you have to hold it down for exactly, like, 100th of a second. See, but then we do that, where it's like, it's just nice and smooth sailing for a good chunk of it. Nah, it's too long. It's like an NES game because they're long because they're nut-bustingly hard. Yeah. This game has the toughest rare asset to getting over it pretends to have. Again, like, I feel like getting over its biggest issue is just how sloppy it is. Especially with issues with, like, mouse acceleration and stuff, where holding it in certain ways doesn't always do exactly what you want it to. Where you're like, okay, I need to go left, right, and you go left, right, but the game is like, okay, you go left, down, forward, 12. And it's like, that isn't at all what I said to do, video game. What's wrong with you? Because its controls are inconsistent at best. Also, the best jumps in this are the ones where you just hold it down for as long as possible. Like, you don't have to time it, it's just like, up. I really wish that if I made that jump, I could just land back on that red one right there. And I mean, I know that's why this is like that. To stop you from landing on that one, but good God. It would be nice to land exactly on that red thing instead. Like, to land on this one. Okay, so this was screen 6, we said. So that means this is screen 7. That means this is screen 8. Ah, shit. So the furthest we've been is to screen 8. So yeah, that does mean, that is about 5% of the game then, yeah? Hi, Lennon. God damn it. I don't know. I feel like the game is way too fucking long. Like, for how hard it is. 43 screens feels like a lot. I feel like that's like twice as long as the game should be. Look at DMs for Crimmy. Okay, hold on. Cookies! I want some. Did you bring enough for the whole stream, Kumi? Also, give a shout out to Kumiya. Do it now. Do it now. Do it now. You made enough for all of chat? Hell yeah. Homemade frosting? Hell yeah. Guys, go follow Kumi. Do it right now. MJ, be nice. Oh, are you talking about the... Okay, listen. The tweet... okay, there we go. The tweet... Honey likes cookies, Mom Christmas. You are nice there? Okay, is it about the tweet? Because that was taken very out of context, okay? That shit was extremely out of context. Damn it. Listen, okay? Wait, who are we collaring? Wait, who are we... Who's collaring what in my chat? Can't refollow community, but you bet your sweet ass you would. You won't do it. Been waiting for you to do it again, but you've been slack. Wait. Explain, chat. Explain. Why are callers involved and why was I not given someone to collar? You have spicy art? Ooh, spicy art. Oh, God, I keep holding that for a little bit too long. Man, imagine having spicy art. Come here! Come here! Did you zoom in on the booba like I told you to? Did you see the thing that you probably were meant to see? I'm sure you can guess why I said to zoom in. And with no context, favorite weapon and element? Wait. Do you... Okay, Nox, question. I have to clarify. Do you mean what weapon type, or are you asking for a specific name of a weapon, like a specific model? Fists. I will fist you. I will fist you. Chat, which one of you wants to get fisted? Put your hands up if you want me to fist you. Why did I do it that way? I need to jump for like a half second more. Okay, hold on. Let me go look. Oh, that is spicy. Very nice. A+. A+. I knew that was gonna happen. I realized I'd fucked up there. You reference it in your own personal time? Interesting. One of these days I need to get spicy art. Need to, like, get some balls and get some spicy art. But I'm a little bit antsy about it. I'm excited for chat to see the thing that I asked Kumi to draw for me once she gets a chance to. I think chat will like it. God damn it. No! Splat. Coming around to it. No, I know it's the holidays and stuff. I'm not. Please don't take that as me expecting it sooner. I know. that wasn't anything of a please hurry. That was just me mentioning that I'm excited for it. Hopefully my chat will enjoy it. Why did I not hold down all the way? Should know you by now. I'm gonna know you. Pan scrab. Honey site, yes. I need to get some consensual hand-holding art. The spiciest of forbidden arts. Chat, do you think I should get some spicy hand-holding art? Consensual hand-holding? You'll enjoy it when your brain isn't bleh. I hope your brain stops being bleh. Hand-holding? Yeah. No! Okay. Wait, what? This is a trap! Yep, it's a trap. Interesting. So there are fake-out secrets as well. Good to know. No! Dicks. Well, we're back here again. It's just been a mentally exhausting day. Oh, I'm sorry, hon. That's the holidays for you. But yeah, gotta get some of that consensual hand-holding. One hand will obviously be mine, and then the other hand will be like... Who knows? Maybe I'll get somebody to like draw a your character here of holding my hand, and chat can pay money to get me to hold their hand. Would you guys do a your character here of your hands, of me holding your hand, chat? Like to have your own custom hand holding my hand with our fingers interlocked? I feel that's extremely lewd. With our fingers interlocked? If you can have your nails done? I mean, it would be your hand. You would be able to describe what your hand looks like. I feel like that might be too hot for Twitch. Consensual hand-holding. Fuck. MJ and Kumi have both gone quiet, and that makes me worried. The fact that both of them have gone silent makes me suspicious. Be a little too much for you? I see. No. Shit. Overshot. I feel like I'm getting better at this section right here. Not perfect at it, but better. Some of you unknowable entities, but you need to lurk and chill. That's fine, hun. If you need to lurk, then you lurk. Lurkers are always welcome. We love lurkers. We love lurkers, chat. Quote number 102. Come here, you gold-bedazzled fuckhole. Wait. Gold-bedazzled fuckhole. Now that's a phrase I never thought I'd say. It was, in fact, a phrase I never thought I would say. And look at me out here saying it on the reg now. Too much. Overshot. Interesting. Okay. Wazowski always watching? Oh, God. I will say, this game has gotten me into like, gremlin gamer pose. Like, shoulders forward, leaned in. Which is probably bad for my old man spine. My brittle old man spine. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Nah, that was way too much. Hello, Una. Anger game for angry people? Who's angry? I'm not angry. No one has been any angry today. We have all been very happy and pleasant, and honestly, it's not all that bad. How are you doing, though? Merry Christmas. Not quite enough. Oh, actually made that. I didn't think I was going to make that jump. Hello, Draco. How are you today? Why did I do that? Yes. Merry Christmas. Happy 7th day of Hanukkah. Seen a number of people rage at this game, but still play it. Otherwise, you're good. So last year for Christmas, we did Getting Over It, which I did not beat. And so this year, I thought instead of replaying that, we do this. Also, do I have anything in the... I don't have a drink. Damn it. So I thought we would do this instead. Oh. Definitely overshot that. But I figured it would be fun to watch, you know, for chat to watch me be frustrated. In the same way that we do Halloween games in October, we do this game on Christmas, you know, this type of game on Christmas Eve. Overshot. And who knows, if we get bored of it, we'll switch and do something else. Smidge annoyed at one of the VOD's audios desynced. Ah, shit, I hate that. I hate when you run into a problem like that, because you can't, like, you don't know about it in a position where it would be easy to fix. Oops. I had a couple of videos way back in the day specifically that, like, my microphone would make me sound like a chipmunk, and I didn't know about it until after I'd recorded. And those were always a little frustrating. Wait, what are we holding on for? You probably got a gifted sub. If you check your subs, like your subscription tab, you can see if you were gifted a sub, and you can see who gave it to you so that you can say thank you. Whoops. Current setup is making you sound like a teenager and you have no idea why. Aw. That was a bad jump. That was also a bad jump. Yeah. Oops. I didn't hit my spacebar then, for some reason. Oops. But yeah. Every so often, some people are very generous and will gift subs in my channel. So you might have gotten one of those given 4 days ago, but it doesn't say who did it. It should. It absolutely should. Are you on mobile or on desktop? Unless they gifted anonymously. Ah, yes, it might be an anonymous gift. Okay, that's a good point. It could have been an anonymous gift. Why did I try and hold that? Yeah. Either way, congratulations. You have access to all of my emotes for the rest of however long the period is. So 26 days, 27 days, something like that. Congratulations. That means you're not allowed to leave. You're stuck with me for an entire month. Oh, that was... Oh, God! I hit my camera and knocked it over. You're stuck with me. I don't make the rules, I just enforce them. Get the chains! Get the chains! Chain them down before they can leave. Chat, chain them down. You know what they say, chat. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but whips and chains excite me. Chat. Do whips and chains excite you? Well, do they? No pain bad? Nox, you're not chat. You're a member of the mod team. You don't count. Runs? Come back here, you. Idea does give you a strange shiver. Yes, Pat, you're a kitty cat, I know. You don't know chains seem heavy and you don't like pain. Eventually you'll get Stockholm Syndrome. You don't really want to leave. Ow, 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 ow. That song is over 11 years old. Congratulations. Good songs never die. I don't fucking... Age of a song doesn't matter. Oh, you feel old? I see. Chat, come here. Did you know in my Discord I have a riding crop emote? Did you know that? Ugh. Keep making that same fucking mistake. I have a riding crop emote. You do not consent to this? Oh, okay. You're excused then. You're excused. You may leave. It looks like a really small shovel. You're not wrong. Oh, no. Riding crop. You know, for naughty chat members. I feel like the riding crop should have eyes now. No, only Shanky is the only sentient object we have. I don't want there to be that many memes about sentient objects. No offense. Oh, come on. But yes, consent is important. So if you don't consent to being, you know, tied up and whipped, then you don't get tied up and whipped, because consent is important. Can only be one, and that one is Shanky. You're going to do... Say what a writing prompt... Yeah, no. The writing prompt is to write yourself a fan fiction of you being BDSM'd. Why didn't I jump that far? Consent, super hot. Yes. Consent is indeed super hot. We like consent around here. Almost did not make that jump. Did not make that jump. Consenticles is a thing, Sabzi. Exactly. Consenticles. Not tentacles. Consenticles. Consent is great. If you're one of those people who is okay with not giving consent, I think that's a type of consent in and of itself. Like, CNC is a thing. You're that person? Yeah, no, but CNC is a thing. Like, it's you know, there's rules to those. You can't just go and grab a random person off the street. There's rules for that shit. You have established boundaries beforehand. CNC is consensual non-consent. That's generally like if you and a long-term partner have agreements of, oh hey, I'm cool with you doing this thing even though I say no. I'm giving you permission now to do it at some point in the future. Or having certain taboo fantasies. Or like, what is it, somnophilia? Is that what it's called, somnophilia? Yeah, having, like, you have boundaries set up well in advance. Okay. So, like, yes, basically, Draco. If I say no, that means go ahead. Noted. Delicious nomenclatures? Awesome. A basic example is a safe word? Yeah. I mean, I think that's fine. If you and your partner have decided what boundaries you have, that's between you and your partner, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh right, we learned this. More power to you. Ah, okay. A little too much. Honestly, that sort of thing is additionally hot for one specific reason. It means that you and your partner have communicated, and communication is hot. Communicating with your partner what you want out of a relationship, absolutely disgustingly attractive. No ifs, ands, or buts, you've talked about it. You have had an adult conversation, that shit's hot. The way you make it sound is like you can schedule, alright, I'll pencil you in for sexy times at the 3rd of April. Okay, it's not that. It's like, example. Waking a person up by performing oral on them, not cool, because they're asleep, they're not consenting. But if the person has said, hey, I think it's kind of hot when you wake me up like that, that would be an example. You've said a thing that says, hey, beep, that says, hey, these are boundaries that I'm okay with. This is what's okay, this is what isn't. You've communicated to your partner what you're into. In the same way that, like, a person who's drunk can't consent, you know? But if you've established boundaries beforehand, well, We're learning a lot today. Merry Christmas, chat. We're talking about consent. Your Christmas present is education! The days off, on my days off, we're doing it. That's something you kind of have to... Yeah, you have to schedule sometimes. Sometimes being an adult means doing things in a less fun way. You don't get to be spontaneous when you're an adult sometimes. Edubation? Oh, I like that. Setting up boundaries. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, and if you have a kid, it makes it hard to be spontaneous. You didn't need this class for reasons. I was looking at chat. But I mean, like, there's entire things about people who have fantasies around being forced. But it's not just like, oh, hey, I like the idea. It's like, oh, hey, with this partner that I trust and I have communicated with, I like that idea. Because you've, you know, discussed your boundaries beforehand and everybody knows what's okay and what isn't. You had a girlfriend who is into the idea of pretending the act was non-consensual, but you couldn't bring yourself to do it. Yeah. There are some people who have that as a thing they like. And as long as the person, like, as long as both people are adults and everybody is okay with it, then you guys do your thing. And no one should stop you. And that's why you have things like safe words. For when it goes too far and one person wants to stop. Because not everybody's comfortable with that sort of thing. But, like, as long as your fantasies aren't hurting anybody, then, you know, you just have to find a safe and healthy way to express them. Or fulfill them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Didn't hold it down for long enough. Ugh, I get into the rhythm and then I miss one and my whole rhythm gets fucked off. Like that. Also, this game makes me itchy because I'm trying to focus and it's doing that thing like when you go to church and your parents tell you to sit still and you're like, okay, but now I gotta fidget. That was way too much. I knew that was way too much too. But yeah, like, you know. God, I don't know what to say now, chat. Nobody's saying anything and it's being awkward. I don't know. I have a very unhealthy relationship with intimacy, given past experiences that are not always the best. So I have no idea how to do any of this crap. I know about it in an academic sense, not a, like, practiced experience sense. Being not okay with certain kinks isn't kink shaming. It's understanding and having healthy boundaries. I think it's one of those things where, like, as long as no one is asking you to do it. I'm not kink shaming, I'm kink asking why. Like, if you're not involving me and you're two adults, like, you can do your thing. I don't have to find it hot. Very tabooed because R-word victims like to kink shame. It's nothing like that. Yeah, I was absolutely trying not to bring that up. Because I know that that's a part of it. You could say kink curious. I don't know. I like the meme of I'm not kink shaming, I'm kink asking why. I think that's hilarious. Academic sense, every aspect of life outside of spreadsheets and printer settings, yes. That's why you don't bring it up often? Nah. I mean, I know the difference, and like I said, I think that if you and your partner are both adults, then, and you're not, like, dragging someone who's not okay with it into it, then you guys More power to you. If you... God damn it. If you think it's hot to be walking down the street shopping and your partner rolls up in a white van and kidnaps you and you know that it's your partner, then, you know, that's fine. Just, you know, maybe don't do it on a busy street where other people are going to think you just got kidnapped. You would do that? Yeah. There's some pretty terrible things in your youth, so you understand both sides of the argument. But yes. I don't talk about it much, but I've had one personal really bad experience that was lucky enough not to go that far. I had a We're gonna get into some trauma, chat. That's what we're doing today. We're gonna get into some fucking trauma. Mine isn't that bad. And I want to preface this because I know that it could have been much worse. I had a boss. I worked at a Domino's several years ago. Again, about a decade ago, because all of my stories are from about a decade ago. I've been a hermit for the past decade. I had a boss several years back. I worked at a Domino's. Merry Christmas trauma time. Yes. You also had an experience? Oh no. I'm sorry, Sabzi. But I was friends with this manager of mine, and I thought we were on good terms because, you know, similar interests, spend a lot of time closing shifts, yada yada, you know, the usual that you do. And one night he calls as I'm leaving, and he's like, obviously sounding distressed, probably crying, yada yada, about his girlfriend leaving. And I was like, okay, I'm your buddy. I'll come over and try and help you feel better. Very bad mistake on my part. Don't go to random people's houses that you've never been to, especially when you haven't told anyone where you're gonna be. Because that's how you end up disappeared. Luckily, the vast majority of my experience was, hello, Ayoka, just uncomfortable. My experience was almost entirely in the way of uncomfortable. Meow, meow, hey, how you doing? I'm doing okay, Monster Zombie. How are you today? We're talking about trauma and surviving sexual assault. Yay! Christmas! Anyway, he was very drunk and attempting to, like, persuade me. And the closest it got to anything with physical was, like, I was sitting in a chair at one point, like, eyeing the door, trying to figure out my best escape method. And this, like... It's really hard to describe without, visuals. Like, being able to use my hands to show what was happening. Because it's just easier that way. You have your share of trauma. No one is intended to share it. I'm just... The conversation is somewhat naturally swarmed into me sharing a story. Because that's what we do, is we share stories when we're streaming. It's okay, Ayoka. You always come in at a weird time. Oh, for fuck's sake, video game. But, like, I was sitting in one of his chairs as he's, like, drunkenly serenading me. Your ex found talking about things like consent and boundaries to be a turn-off because trauma shaped your sexual norms. Academically, misunderstood it, but it killed things. Plus, if it's personality disorder, now you're asexual, so you can't even... It's all repulsive now? I'm sorry. It happens, weird old shit. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with this. Like, it happened so long ago. And, you know, thinking about how it could have gone worse. But, like... Motherfucker drunk and trying to persuade me and, like, literally singing and trying to serenade me to get me to you know, go along with his ridiculous bullshit. But the part that gets me is, like, I had taken off my shoes because that's the polite thing you do inside when you enter someone's house. And I'm like, okay, I need to get my shoes. I need to get to the door. I need to get the fuck out. It's locked right now. What is my escape plan here? And, like, sitting in the chair just eyeing it as he comes over and, like, tries to grab on. And thankfully, I'm strong as fuck. But, like, grabbing his wrists and holding him and pushing away as he's trying to push forward. And managed to wrangle him off of me. And then, like, just fucking booked it. ran to door, slid shoes on, open door, say goodbye, fucking leave. And it could have been a lot worse. Could have been so much worse. And I'm very thankful that it wasn't. And I'm well aware of how much worse it could have been. But it wasn't really a fun experience. And I think the worst part was going back to work, like, the next day or 2 days later and, like, being like, okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm better than this. I'm stronger than this. Everything is okay. I don't have to worry about it. I'm just never going to speak of it again. And then it's, like, his day to walk in and work. And I immediately, like, flee to the back of the restaurant. And I'm like, no, I can't. I can't fucking do this. I can't do this. I have to talk to the other manager and get him out of here. And I think the thing that pisses me off the most about it is because it was a he said, she said sort of thing. The boss, like the owner, because this is just at Domino's, rather than like fire him or call the cops and have him evicted, he was like, no, I'm just going to put him at a different place. Hey, Jungos. Merry Christmas. How are you? Guy misinterpreted company as consent. Oh, sorry, Samsy. Yeah, I'm glad I got out. It was not a fun experience. It was definitely not a fun experience. But again, it could have been worse. Christmas Eve dinner. I hope you had a wonderful time. I'm still mad about that, though. Like, the fact that the owner was like, okay, well, he's a good employee, so I'm just gonna go and put him somewhere else where he can hurt other people, rather than firing his ass. Ah, fuck! It was massive and you had a lovely time? Awesome. Almost caving in a skull and please having to pull you off. Yeah, but that's because you're an Amazon. I'm not. I was doing well just keeping this guy from, like, getting on top of me, because he was a big dude. He was a little bit shorter than me, but he was a fucking hefty motherfucker. Short, stocky, and fucking thick. Anyway, wasn't a fun experience. But, see, the worst part is I've also been on the other end of things. I had an ex. We were dating at the time. And for context, I'm 5'8", right? And I'm gonna say this story. I'm gonna say this story because I think that it's important for people to understand exactly what they're capable of. As a human being, you need to be aware. Lucky you couldn't get a weapon? Yeah. Oh god, he like does a little dance. That's funny. I had an ex. Now, I'm 5'8", and was probably like 120, 130 at the time. She is fucking... Oh my fucking Christ, this game. She's like 4'11", and probably weighed 98 pounds soaking wet. And we were having an argument one day. And she had just gotten out of the shower. And I was standing in the doorway of the shower, and there was no other exit. Like, there's no window. There was no other door, and I was standing in the doorway. And through this conversation, I'm like, why aren't you getting ready for work? Like, in the middle of this argument. And she mentions to me, I don't remember her exact words, but she pointed out that I was standing in the doorway. I hadn't even realized it. I was blocking her in. She had no escape. She couldn't have overpowered me, because I had, you know, almost a foot on her, and was much bigger and much stronger. Now, obviously, I wasn't going to do anything. Like, I was pissy, but why would I ever hurt her? I loved her. But, like, it just really made me always... And this was back in 2005, maybe? But I've never forgotten it, and I always try to keep in mind exactly what I'm capable of. And understanding power dynamics. And understanding power dynamics is something that a lot of people... And I don't say this to be mean, but a lot of guys especially don't even consider. Yeah, a perceived threat. And, like, a lot of people don't even consider it because, obviously, you're thinking to yourself, well, I'm not going to do anything to hurt anybody. But they don't know that. And so my entire life since then, for, like, the past 16 or 17 years, I've never forgotten that. And I always try to keep that shit out, like, in my mind. Because I know exactly what I'm capable of and that I never want to hurt anybody. So I have to be aware of when people think I might hurt them. Same year YouTube came out. Yeah, it's one of those things that you have to be aware of it. And it's really easy to lose that awareness and not think about it. And not realize that, oh shit, I'm the threat. And so, like, nowadays, I always try and be really careful, oh, fuck me, with that kind of thing, because I don't want to be in a position where someone thinks that I'm threatening. Check the quote, yeah. Oh no, there's another quote and I just saw the word penis. How topical. But yeah, so always try and be aware of power dynamics in any relationship. Whether it be sexual, professional. Yo.
Hey, listen.
Thank you. Ow. Thank you for the follow, Helmhammers. Helmhammers. Like, seriously, whether it's professional or whether it's personal, whether it's a friend, whether it's a sexual thing, just always be aware of the internal power dynamics that you and another person have. Because it's really easy to not be aware of those things and accidentally fuck shit up. Damn it, I did it again. I am not an elf, I'm a cat girl. I have a tail and everything. I am a cat girl, though. Not an elf. Can't see the tail, you're sorry, that's okay. Ah, shit. Here, hold on. Hold on. Okay, first of all, I need to sit back. Yes, the 8-ball knows exactly what it's doing. A-okay. Hold on. Let me reset my position because I've been gremlining. See? I have a tail and everything. My cloaca that shoots bees ought to put a stop to that. Got a tail for you right here. That's not a tail. Well, you're a lamia, so maybe. But yeah, see, I got a tail. I got a cat tail. See, that's my tail. That's my tail. There you go. You have now seen my tail. Ignore that. But yes, I am adorable. Tibby did a wonderful job on my model. Ignore the clipping hat, though. No nibble on my tail. No. Either way, welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. I think we've moved on from the topic of heavy experiences with our past. You also discovered a basket for me from the family event today? Ooh, fancy. Copium further refined into Hnetu. Yes. That was way too much. Inside was a bag of potato candy. Isn't that the candy that you like, though? Shit. Nice. So anyway, now that we've all talked about our horrible experiences with sexual assault, let's go back to talking about the fun stuff. Bondage. And how I have a riding crop emote that's on Discord. You like pie? Hell yeah. You gave Koto a sneak peek at the mod? Nice. No! I fucked up that jump. Shit. Man, now I want pie. Still find it weird that you're the tallest person in Discord? You're gigantic, hon. If it makes you feel any better, you're not the only 6'4" person I know. I dated a girl that was 6'4". Her name was Alex. Thought Nox was 7 foot tall? Yes, Nox is canonically 7 foot tall. Damn it. 4 inches taller than you. Your partner is 6'4". Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being 6'4". It's a good height. It's a good height. Good farm work height. It's better if the latex is worn at the time. If you have 2 inches more, you'd be 6'4". I'm just 5'8". Oh my god, how do I keep fucking that jump up? Ah, damn it. You want to be the little spoon for once, but it's hard finding a partner that's 6'7". Are you 6'6"? Maybe talk, but you're a weirdo at heart. We know you're a weirdo, Yoko. We know. Big Bean, are you 6'6"? You are 6'7"? Ayoka, you're not the tallest. There you go, Ayoki. You're no longer the tallest. Damn it. How did I fuck that up? How did I fuck that up? Yeah, we're all weird. You're literally watching an anime girl on Christmas Eve. You're weird, okay? You don't need someone taller to be the little spoon? Yeah, you just become a jetpack. Shit. I really do wish that this game had at least some form of save point so that you could actually see the end. Because, like, it just gets kind of boring redoing the same thing over and over again. Are we? Yeah. But you don't want a jetpack, you want a big spoon? That's fair. That's fair. Your obsession with pineapple pizza is unhealthy, but weird if I don't do it. The bag only had 4 small pieces in it. Aw, I'm sorry, Luna. Shit. Wow. I'm actually kind of starting to hate this game. Kind of starting to hate this game. It's the point. I know. I just feel like if I've proven that I can get up to point 12, there's no reason to put me back at point 2. Having a finite amount that you can fall, you know? Getting all the way up here and then falling back to the very beginning, just, it doesn't feel good. And not in the oh no sort of way, but in the now I have to waste my time again sort of way. Why would you apologize for... Look, Ayoka, look. You have a life. You're not... How the fuck did that happen? You're not tethered to the channel. Like, you guys don't have to be here. You're here by choice. As much as I tease about chaining you down and stuff, you're here by choice. You're allowed to leave. You're allowed to leave for whatever reason and for as long as you want. If you're not enjoying the content, you don't have to stay. You don't have to feel like you're obligated to stay. You're only here as long as you want to be. And I appreciate it when you are here, and when you're not here, I hope you're doing well. Like, you're allowed to be busy with things. Don't get the appeal of these kind of games. They just seem like frustration factories. I mean, I think that's it. Like, I'm not even really that frustrated. I'm just not really having fun. Unless you're me, you have a sword stuck in your chest that also pinned you to the chat room. Nox, do you really want to leave? Is a new toy for you to break in? Oh yeah, the truck. A little faceplant when you fall is funny. That's true. That's true. But in terms of enjoyment, like, it's not actually enjoyable. Occasionally it's satisfying. Occasionally it's satisfying, like when you get a couple of jumps in a row that you just do them perfectly with no issue. It's occasionally satisfying. But it's not actually fun. There you go, Nox. Take care of yourself. Go to a hospital, okay? Merry Christmas. You can go to a hospital. That's your Christmas present, is that you get to go to a hospital. When you finally make progress, you get a happy brain chemical. Is it worth it? Oh, fuck me. I mean, I think it's cool to see, like, a new screen, but, okay. My problem with this in terms of enjoyment is the same sort of problem that I have with a boss like Melania in Elden Ring, where I want to learn how to do it, wait. No, just fucking work video game or controls. Okay, there we go. God damn it. So I bitched about this when I was playing Elden Ring. Melania's fight was extremely unfun because she had one-shot mechanics. It's really hard to learn a fight that has one-shot mechanics because you can't really learn how to dodge moves. You can't learn how to execute it without being able to do it, if that makes any sense. You need to be able to do the fight to learn the fight. It's broken versus difficult. One-shots are the worst. Yeah. So, like, getting to Melania, I found that fight really unfun, and when you finished it, it was like, okay, we're fucking finished, like a bad orgasm. And so this game kind of has that same issue, and getting over it had the same issue as well, where it's like, because you spend so much time at the very beginning parts of the game, it's really easy to learn those. But once you get to, like, this section, it's really hard to actually learn what you're supposed to do, because if you fuck up, you're way back here. And you have to spend a bunch of time doing phase 1 of the fight before you can get to phase 2 of the fight. And so when I say things like, oh, hey, I wish there was a way to save my place, like, when I get to the sewer, it'd be nice to just, that's as far as I can fall. I can no longer go back down below the sewer again, because I would love to learn how to do the sewer. But because I can't spend time learning how to do the sewer because I'm doing this shit again, I know how to do this shit. I don't need to execute it 1,500 times. I learned how to do it. Nox has already been remodded. Calm down, guys. And I'm getting to this thing where I'm like, I'm not holding the button long enough, and it's fucking me up for no reason. So, like...
Ooh.
Ooh, I would love to learn the higher sections. But because I can't stay up there because a fall takes me back to the beginning, well, great. Now I know how to do the beginning really well. I can do the beginning pretty consistently when I'm paying attention. But in terms of, like, actually learning new ground, because you can get so fucked up that you go back to the very beginning, I don't have a chance to learn that new stuff. So it's not like... It's like, okay, I can't... Oh, my fucking Christ. Why didn't you jump? That was weird. I don't have a chance to learn how to do a specific jump because it's like I have to do it perfectly on the first time or I'm starting over. If that makes any sense. So it's like one of those things where it's like, imagine you were playing a racing game, right? Imagine you're playing a racing game, and each time you win, the track gets a little bit more complicated. You're evil? Sure. Each time you win a race, the track gets a little more complicated. But the minute you bump into something, and it can even be a small bump, you hit a railing. Right? You don't total the car, you just hit a railing. Well, insurance has decided that they're not going to replace that car, so you have to start over. And that means you have to start at the first race. Well, now you know how to do that first race perfectly, but you never get a chance to do the last race. Imagine you're playing Garfield Kart. I've never played Garfield Kart. So, like, I don't have a chance to learn how to do that jump properly and the time perfect because each time I get there, if I fuck it up, I have to start over. How evil Saturday morning worst villain? What? Oh, okay, I see what you mean. You're asking Yuka how evil she is. And so, like... I haven't really been frustrated with it, but I want to learn how to do the new sections. I want to learn how, and then execute them. And it would be a totally different thing if, like, you know, I could learn them and then come back and attempt to do it all at once. Really, video game? Because you're never going to learn how to do some of the later ones if the reset is, oh, hey, you're back at the fucking beginning of the game. So having, like, a finite place that you can end would make this a lot more fun. Because, yeah, it's absolutely not a fun game. Thank you, Ayoka. I'm beginning to think you want my penis. I'm kidding. Mario... Is it... Earns, oh, I see. And it earns the title of Jump King, because he's Jump Man. Got it. So yeah, having a, oh hey, you fucked up once, start the game over. I don't get frustrated because I fell. I get frustrated because I want to see these new sections and learn how to do them, so that I can execute them. You've done this in every stream. It's become tradition at this point? Right. If you say so. And, like, saying, oh, hey, this is a difficult part, that's fine. But I would really like to learn it. And this section is already really kind of difficult to reset from. Unless you fuck it up real bad, which I've done several times. But it just kind of sucks when you get to here and then you have to restart the whole fucking thing. Like, just let me learn the sewer. A couple of these things, either enjoy the frustration of the other one of pad games make super easy to fuck up. Maybe. I mean, it's a specific type of game. It's just the gameplay isn't particularly riveting. So I'm not really having fun. Aside from being able to say, oh, hey, I beat it. And this kind of thing is just... I don't know. Like, following 1 or 2 screens is whatever. Following the entirety of it is just, ugh. Mario Kart is true rage game. What? Yeah, the ambience changes? Yeah. I did notice that. It sounds much more echoey all of a sudden. See, like, I kind of just wish that I could go back and forth there. You need to get some rest. Alright, thank you for stopping in, Ayoka. Merry Christmas. Or not, if you don't celebrate. See, like, this is fine. As long as I don't fuck up the jump and go back into the forest, it's fine, because that way I can learn this. And that's all I want. Is to be able to take the time to learn this section. So, like, as long as I'm not falling back into the fucking red forest, it's fine. Even, like, fucking up that first jump and going, ah, I know better, is, like, okay, whatever. I'm not giving any marketing to Chrysler. I'm not giving them any brand recognition. Fuck those guys. Oops. Actually, you know what, chat? Let's stand up for a minute. Let me stretch my legs. My legs hurt because I've been sitting almost perfectly still. Give me 1 sec. Yeah, if they want brand recognition, they can pay for it. Oh, God, my knees. I've been sitting still for too long. My feet are sweating. No, not really. Just, like, my toes feel weird. Okay. Her ass is falling off. Not again. We've done it 5,000 times so far. See, Royal doesn't care. This is just another day for him because he doesn't celebrate Christmas. I'll have no buns. Yeah, that'll be fine. How has your holiday been, Royal? Like, how has it been? Miserable experiences, beans but no buns. Ugh. You're right. What a miserable experience. Thankfully quiet. Ah, shit. Here we go. No run-ins with your asshole sister. Parents have there. She's due to deliver. Deliver? Wait, is she pregnant? It was news to you. Let's go back to the beginning. Yeah, that's kind of crazy news. Just occurred to you, you got up a tree in the sewer. What even is physics? I don't know. I try not to think about it. I try not to, like, think about those sorts of things because they make games not fun when you're too busy thinking about the conceits. That's like questioning why everyone in Dead by Daylight knows how to repair generators by sticking their hands in it and pulling levers. Like, it's a game mechanic. Don't think about it. It makes it not fun. Like, it sucks all the fun out of it when you're trying to think, like, oh, hey, why does this work this way? Why does this tree not have roots? It just floats. Don't think about it. Really? Yeah, put the hand in it. Yeah, don't think about it. It takes all the fun out of things. But yeah, like, I would love to learn how to do some of the later jumps, but I feel like I waste so much time down here. Because obviously, and I mean, the meme is like, oh, hey, I've been playing for 3 hours now. Isn't it nice that I've made sure that the people who show up late get to see the beginning of the game? Because, like, that's the thing I was saying to Khan when he was playing it, just to be shitty at him. But, like, I guess it's just because it stops being fun? That would explain with magic, maybe. Maybe someone dropped a tree seed and it started growing. There we go. Okay. And back fucking down. Like, I can't learn that when it resets me to here. Now I gotta do all of this again. You like VVVVV because it had checkpoints, so you made progress, and when you conquered a challenge, you got to work on the next one. You must do the whole thing perfectly in one go. School of Stress Games design is like a glorified pissing contest. Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just me saying, oh, hey, I beat it. Where, like, I don't care. I just want to, you know, learn. Ah, I fucked that up. I went left instead of right. Well, that's what I was saying, Royal, is that I feel like I've learned the forest part. Let me practice the sewer part now. without having to worry about resetting me and doing the sewer thing. You know? Insert get good comment here. I mean, not even that. Like, Dark Souls, when you beat a boss and you die to the next boss, the boss doesn't respawn. You don't have to redo every boss in Dark Souls. You only have to do the one you're currently working on. Get good and or lucky. Yeah, sure there's a mod for that. I mean, probably. But I just feel like in terms of fun. But also, like, this is intentionally supposed to be a fuck you meme, you know?
Flux Luminous just resubscribed for 5 months.
Thank you.
Hnetu.
Thank you, Flux. Can we do a shout out for Flux, please? How are you doing, hon? How is your crimbo going? How was your holiday? Sap sits home? Okay. No mod needed. It's called permadeath. Yeah. Just delete your character. E. McDonald's in a Snuggie, so it's going LOL. Nice. Nice. Well, Merry Christmas. Imagine how annoying at boss rush Dark Souls where you need to beat them consecutively. And I mean, there's absolutely people that have beat the game without, like, a deathless run. But yeah, these games are absolutely just for bragging. Me, personally, I'm just doing it for fun because I want chat to... Like, my Christmas present to you guys is me playing a frustrating game. I'm not really frustrated, though. Like, I'm not mad at this. It's just like, ah... My day has been going good. This has been my day, really. I just want to play Hunt. Fuck you guys for getting me addicted to that game. I just want to play Hunt. Hunt, I say. Maybe. Totally not addicted. It's a fun game. It's a fun game now that I'm getting into it. Must hunt. Yeah, my annoyance with this mostly stems from, okay, I've gotten to the sewers. Just let me work on the sewers. That's all I want. It's just to work on the sewers. A hunter is a hunter even in a meme? Maybe. I was trying out the single player, like the quick play version earlier today, and I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I think that the whole like randomly spawning with stuff kind of sucks because I ended up getting into a game where I had like 2 really slow guns and somebody rolled up with dual pistols and it was like, well, I'm fucked because of RNG. There was really no way to play around what I had. There we go. Okay. Like, if the crows were checkpoints, that'd be cool. Skill-based, but also some luck involved. Yeah, it sucked. Oops. Sucked to lose it to RNG. See, great, now we're back in the fucking forest. I don't know. I like Dark Souls style, you know, hey, you're a gamer because you beat Dark Souls. This just... after a while. I don't think I've been having fun for the past hour. Luck-based skill modified? Yeah. Ah. The slopey bits. The slopey bits! Yeah, that one was my fault. That was probably... I did not mean to do that. The slopes are evil? They are. I mean, that's absolutely what they're there for, but... God damn, do they suck. I wonder, like, do you think the devs are, like... All my friends hate slopes. Do you think the devs, like, sit around giggling to themselves thinking about how everyone's going to be annoyed at it while they furiously masturbate their micro-penises? Yes. Cool. And I mean, I love Souls-likes. I like challenging games. I just don't feel like this is a challenge. Time to fuck the... No. Is the only explanation? Maybe. I just feel like this isn't... Similar to, like, I see Grom's dislike on the idea of this, because it doesn't feel like gameplay. Because it's just spacebar and arrows. God damn it. Alright, cool. Oh, you can't. Alright, enough of that. Delete! It's just not fun. I got an achievement? I don't care.